From the heart of the city, straight to your radio. Honest, intimate, real. This is where love gets real and real gets deep. It's not just talk, it's the Love Talk Show. Are you ready? Then let's dive in right now.
A very good evening to all of you. The Love Talk Show is on air, and the Love Talk Show, I think it says everything. It's a program that we are talking about love, marriage, singles, every situation we are bringing up here with different topics and aiming to, clarify people's ideas and to help them in seeing things in a different or from a different perspective. Andrea is my wife and she's also here with me.
Hello, Peter. Hello, everyone that is connected on Liberty Radio. A pleasure being here with you to discuss one more topic under the light of intelligent love. And why intelligent love, Peter, if people are listening to us for the first time? Because even with matters of the heart, we should choose with our mind, because it's always rational and sometimes heart can be deceitful, and that's why under the light of intelligent love.
Afraid to get married is today's topic. More and more we see people saying don't want to get married, not because they don't believe in marriage, but because they are afraid of getting married. If you know anyone who is going through this question mark, they have this question mark in their minds, they are afraid of taking this next step, please let them about this program, because we are going to talk about this topic today. Pay attention to this report and we are coming back.
Today we're focusing on the next big step in a relationship, or perhaps the refusal to take it, the fear of getting married. Many couples stay in a relationship for years, sometimes even decades, living together and building a life, yet struggle to formalize their union through marriage. What's stopping them? Often it's fear, a powerful, deep-seated fear stemming from past traumas, financial anxieties, or external pressure. This fear can manifest in many ways. A typical scenario is someone who has gone through a painful divorce and believes that the institution of marriage itself is flawed. They think every time someone gets married, it ends badly, so they choose to cohabitate as a safer alternative, a way to have an escape hatch. This mindset, whilst understandable by many, brings the baggage of a past failure into the present and prevents a partner from giving themselves entirely to the current relationship. A prime example is actor Leonardo DiCaprio, known for dating young women for short periods and his reluctance to commit to marriage. He has had numerous relationships lasting only a few months to a couple of years, often with partners under 25. As they approach the age when discussing long-term commitment is appropriate, the relationships typically end. DiCaprio has never been married and has a pattern of short-lived romances, reinforcing preconceptions of a fear of commitment. Fear can be financial too. The cost of a wedding or simply combining debts or assets can feel overwhelming. Family approval can also play a significant role, as a person may be too afraid to get married because their family disapproves of their partner and fears losing their family's love and support. The statistics reveal the prevalence of these issues. A 2021 study in the Journal of Family Issues found that relationship anxiety and a fear of commitment were significant factors in why some individuals, particularly those with a history of parental divorce, choose to delay or avoid marriage altogether. So where is this fear in marriage coming from? Is it a past trauma you're bringing into a current relationship? Are you struggling with family approval or financial worries that are holding you back? And should you stay in a relationship where your partner refuses to commit to marriage? We'll help you explore these questions and find solutions to overcome this fear. Stay tuned.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
So what you think, is it true that men or women, human being in general, is afraid to get married? Is it true that we could talk about several things that could be the reason of it? Is it true that they will lose their freedom and the loss of their freedom is the reason of them to be afraid? It will have to do anything to do with the career, professional life, what they have set for their for the career, what they want to do in life, is the fear of divorce, starting a relationship now and later on have to go through all this process of getting divorced. Is the fear of being pressured by family or by the spouse, the future spouse, because commitments are coming with the marriage and other responsibilities are coming. Or it could be a trauma, past trauma, that is still affecting this person's heart and giving life to this fear. It could be the fear of failing. Do you believe that this fear of failing and not succeeding in marriage is the reason? The truth is, Andrea, we have several reasons, but more and more we've seen people afraid of getting married.
And I was even thinking, since we've started the program and even before, while I was listening to our reports and the street interviews that we are going to also have. So I was thinking that our topic could also be like this: not getting married because people are afraid or out of a choice. Because nowadays, I was even listening to our report and I was thinking it's even a choice. It's because of what? It always has a reason. Even if the person thinks it's very expensive to get married nowadays, it's not like it was before, that people would just fall in love or being introduced to each other and let's just put our things together and get married and start a life together. Today we have the situation of inviting the family, having everyone, social media and everything. So that might be also a reason. And we can also bring this into the table, because there's always a reason not to get married, even if that reason is by choice.
Do you believe that can be the fear of domestic roles? Huh?
Oh, maybe.
Huh?
A household brings a lot of responsibilities, my friend.
Well, sometimes people, they have or had experienced with, in family or even with neighbors, a very relationship where abuse was there, where control was there, and maybe they are afraid of going through to this.
That's even more serious.
Yes, it is. Sometimes it's the expectations people they have about the romantic idea they set in mind, or it has been given to them, and not fulfilling all these attributes of a romantic relationship. Well, I don't know what the reason is, and we want to talk about this today. But before, I would like to share with you what people are saying out there about this topic.
Straight from the people, straight to you. The word on the street.
Do you think people avoid marriage today out of fear? Why?
I think maybe sometimes. I think there are lots of different ways to have a relationship with someone that don't require you to be married. So being able to live with someone and be really close to them doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have a ring on your finger. But in terms of fear, I'm not sure. I think maybe the older you get, maybe the more experience you have, the more people you meet, maybe you get more fearful of what is someone actually like as you get to know them. I think any relationship is a commitment and it's a team effort. And it involves two people meeting each other on the same values, with equal values and equal goals. And I don't think you necessarily need to be married in order to do that. I think marriage gives you a lot of legal protection, which is something that people fight so ferociously for. But I don't think you need it to be so connected with a partner and to be able to raise a family. I don't think so.
I'm not sure that people do avoid marriage. I think divorce laws in this country used to be much more strict, like about 50 or 100 years ago. So people who got married found it difficult to divorce with each other if they had chosen the wrong partner. And I think given that humans make mistakes, that sometimes they choose the wrong partner to marry. And in a place where there's no divorce laws, there's no second chance. So that seems like a difficult situation for a lot of people. So I'm not surprised now that divorce laws are more liberal. They give people at least a second chance to correct maybe mistakes that they may have made earlier. I think sometimes people prefer not to. Sometimes people go for the papers. There's other decisions one can make, like whether to buy property together or whether to have children together. Some of those things are when a couple forms a partnership and they don't have either children's or shared property, it's easier for them to divide in the events that their relationship breaks down. Whereas regardless of whether they are married or not, if they have a child or they have a shared property, it's going to be more difficult for them to divide.
I would like to believe still in love. I'm a bit of an old romantic at heart, so yeah, I hope not. And I think that if it is out of fear, then it's fear of loneliness. I didn't meet my partner until I was 50, and I have been there where it's been, miserable and sad times. And so, yeah, I could understand why people might settle for someone rather than it being about true love. But my advice is hold out. I know lots of strong families where marriage isn't a thing. I was raised as a Catholic, so that's kind of, where my upbringing is. My parents were married for 56 years. All of my brothers and my sister all have long marriages, happy marriages. But I think that there are all different sorts of families that come from all different places, and it doesn't have to, a ring on your finger doesn't make you a family. So.
Yes, I think so. I think women probably do, because I don't think it's a very good deal for women anymore, personally. It's not quite the commitment that it used to be, I wouldn't have said. And I think it's harder to meet people and harder to stay together. So yeah, I would say so. There's a security element that you might want if somebody is no longer going to be here. You want to be married, so you've got some legal recourse. But otherwise, I think it's a piece of paper, to be honest. I think if you're aligned in the same values and you believe and you look at the world in the same sort of way, then I think you should be good and treat each other with respect, be kind to each other, and look after each other when you need them. And I think you should be fine.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
And when we talk about fear, obviously fear has a root. Fear is being fed for something. There's a reason for this fear to be there. And yes, everything that we were talking here could be justified and explaining why people, they have the fear of getting married and starting a relationship. And the truth is, listen, we are talking about people who are afraid of getting married, why this fear is taking control and why they are not getting married today. And when we were listening, we were paying attention to what those who were sharing their opinion with us here in our program today. You could understand we have different points of view concerning to marriage. Someone said that marriage is only, I believe marriage is only a piece of paper. Someone else says, I still believe in marriage because I want to have this romantic idea of having someone with me for the rest of my life. So we do have these two sides and people seeing things in a different way. But the truth, Andrea, it's when two people, they get together and they start a life together, there's one word that comes up above all, and that word is commitment. And commitment is something that brings with it the dedication. Usually we talk here a lot about sacrifice. Will demand the person to do whatever they have to do. Yes, it's possible, Andrea, that sometimes a person is surrounded by so many bad examples. Sometimes this person grew up in a family or in an environment where no one was married, where family or relationships, they did not exist. There were not there is not a good reference that this person can look at and say, wow, this is what I want for myself. Or sometimes is exactly the opposite. This person grew up in such nice home, in a such good family, and he himself or herself looks and sees that they have no condition to have the same marriage, the same family, to build the same future for themselves, because they see themselves not able to do such thing.
And I was thinking about our personal example, myself and Peter. I don't think you know our testimony or who we were in the past, and you might be there listening to us and thinking, oh, they have a perfect marriage, everything went well for them while growing up, their household was wonderful, amazing, and that's why they are here sharing these love stories with us and all these advices. No, my friend, that's not the truth. In fact, both of us, myself and Peter, we came from broken households, but we chose to make different choices. And in regards to my own personal example, imagine if my husband Peter, because he came from a broken household, and when we first started to get to know each other, we started talking, and he wanted something more serious with me. Imagine that he would tell me, look, Andrea, because my parents went through this and that, and he even saw violence in the household, and it was very bad. It was a very bad experience, and he went through a lot of trauma and everything. But imagine that he would come to me, or because of what I faced, I love you, I like you, but let's just get together and we can live together but not getting married. So imagine how I would feel with that. I will tell you how I would feel with that. He is afraid of having a commitment because he experienced so many bad things that he doesn't believe that our relationship can work. And I would be feeling very insecure, and I wouldn't have the trust and the confidence to say yes to this relationship. I'm just giving you a personal example, because even if nowadays people might not feel this way, and both of them, because they went through bad experiences in their own household, both of them say, okay, let's just give it a try. But give it a try is not a commitment. It's like you entering a place to buy a car. Oh, can I just try it? Yes, you can have the drive test. You can have a drive test. But
test drive.
A test drive, sorry. Thank you. See, he understands a lot about cars. A test. But eventually, if you want to have that car, or better, to own that car, you have to have a commitment. You have to go there, get a contract, an agreement, and that's it. Of course, in marriage, you don't own the person, but you have a commitment with the person, and that's marriage. And of course, with that, it comes everything else. And it's a reality. It's a life choice that we have chosen to be together and to overcome all the challenges and problems together.
And the truth, Andrea, is people, the more they say, I don't want not a commitment. I don't need a piece of paper to be happy
People do
with a
say that.
person. I don't need anyone in my life. But the truth is, more and more people are connected online. More and more people are, socializing. More and more we have, and we see pubs, nightclubs, parties, feasts, social gatherings, exactly because people, they have the need of being with someone else. And it's not by chance that even if the person is not married and doesn't want a commitment to anyone, they are looking for someone once in a while. They are looking to have someone in their lives once in a while, because we have the need, humankind in general has the need to have someone next to them. They need to socialize with someone. And they like when they see someone praising their work and what they've done. And obviously, when you bring someone into your life and you are working with this person on something, and you are working together for this something, there will be difficult moments. It will be difficult because these are two different personalities, two different ways of seeing things. But that's the beauty of one of the things that makes marriage a beautiful partnership, because we have different perspectives. We can help each other. We can see each other's blind spots. We can help each other in getting better. And if the fear of getting married is the reason of you not taking a next step, listen, my wife was saying, and it's true. I remember she was talking, and I remember that I've seen my mom being beaten up since I was a very young child. I remember that my mom was going to the hospital and being beaten up, and she was always finding an excuse of what was happening. Do you understand me? Because she didn't want to talk about who was hurting her. So one day she fell in the kitchen, another day she got messed up with the door, and every day was a different excuse. And yes, this could be the reason. For those who don't know, I'm 48 years old, so this happened decades ago. And this could be the reason of myself to be afraid. And I've seen in the love therapy and the people that we have been dealing with, they are afraid of taking this step. It's not they do not want, Andrea.
Yes.
They are afraid. They are afraid of not reaching this goal, of not fulfilling the partner, or not being fulfilled, or not being able to take care of their children, or not being able to feel or to be attractive for the rest of their lives, or to go through the same as mom or dad went through, or someone they love went through, or to go through a trauma. You have to identify where the root of this fear is and overcome it, because if fear is the reason, Andrea, for this person not to take this step, this person will be unhappy for the rest of his life or her life, because fear will take control, and that person will be always in this back and forth. I want, but I cannot. I desire, and the person tries here and there, but as soon a problem rises, they step back. They feel afraid. The fear grows. You have to identify that fear, where this fear is coming from, and defeat it once and for all. And that's why we have the love therapy, and we are going to talk about this later on.
Letting go of every single dream, I lay each one down at your feet. Every moment of my wandering never changes what you see. I've tried to win this war, I confess. My hands are weary, I need your rest. Mighty warrior, king of the fight. No matter what I face, you're by my side. When you don't move the mountains, I'm needing you to move. When you don't part the waters, I wish I could walk through. When you don't give the answers as I cry out to you, I will trust, I will trust, I will trust in you. Truth is, you know what tomorrow brings. There's not a day ahead you have not seen. So in all things, be my life and breath. I want what you want, Lord, and nothing less. When you don't move the mountains, I'm needing you to move. When you don't part the waters, I wish I could walk through. When you don't give the answers as I cry out to you, I will trust, I will trust, I will trust in you. I will trust in you. You are my strength and comfort. You are my steady hand. You are my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand. Your ways are always higher. Your plans are always good. There's not a place where I'll go you've not already said. When you don't move the mountains, I'm needing you to move. When you don't part the waters, I wish I could walk through. When you don't give the answers as I cry out to you, I will trust, I will trust, I will trust in you. I will trust in you. I will trust in you. I will trust in you.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio. Real stories, real dilemmas, real solutions. Only on the Dear Love Talk Show.
I like someone, but I've been sending signals and they still haven't made a move. Does that mean they're not interested?
Well, if you like someone and you are giving the signs, but the person hasn't done or, hasn't done anything to prove or to show that you've seen, well, you can do two different things. You can understand that maybe this person is not really interested in you. It's a good friend. It's a good person, is someone who has some qualities and things that you admire in this person. Maybe this person has a few attributes that you really like, and nothing wrong with that. But you have to understand that it's 50-50. If you like, the other person needs to like you too. And if the move is not being given by the other side, maybe it's because this person is not interested in you. Maybe it's because this person has no feelings about you. And it could be because you did not express yourself well. It could be that you are expressing very well, but this person is not interested in you. But if you do have this question mark, but how do I know, Peter, if the person did understand what I've said or what I've done or not? Well, there's no better way than sit and talk. If you go straight to the point, you will understand. It will crystal clear, and there will be no shadow of doubt about what this person wants or not. And with this communication, everything will be on the table, and this person will not have any question about it.
Well, I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman that is sending signs. For example, if it's a woman is sending signs and a man doesn't make a move.
But it could be vice versa.
I know, but if it's a man that doesn't make a move and it's the woman sending signs, I can even say that he's not following, he's not understanding, because women, they do understand these things better. They do not sense, let's not use the word sense, but we can see that the person is trying to make a move. We can see the look, we can see something calls our attention, and it doesn't pass by. But with men, they are a little bit more distracted with this, so I can even say that the person didn't understand, if that's the case. But either way, we should clarify the situation, because...
Or maybe he did not like it.
That's what I'm saying. So either way...
And he's just being polite.
I know. Either way, we should clarify the situation, and you need to make sure, because we can't be having these doubts and living in doubts, because you will put your life on standby, and that's not nice. That's not okay for you. We should move on. So yes, let's clarify the feelings. Let's clarify what's happening. If the person tells you, I'm really not interested, I like you as a friend, or listening to this, I like you as a friend, and the person really likes the other one, but doesn't matter. Like usually Bishop James used to say, you don't die, you won't die. All of us, we went through a time in our life where someone said no, and we survived. We are here, and we are here to tell you about it. So let's not have doubts, because that's not good for you, because we should move on. Let's make sure that the situation is clarified.
So make it clear with a conversation if you have a question mark, or really understand that maybe the person is not interested in you, and move forward. For sure, I believe you will be able to find someone who will come back with the same feeling. For more questions, you can send us to uckg.org. love@uckg.org.
My heart is filled with songs of praise. You gave me hope, you made a way. Now I long to live in your presence for all of my days. My soul sings, my spirit shouts, with every breath I'm crying out, I want to live for you alone. You have captured my heart, mi corazón. Lord, I give you my whole heart, mi corazón. Amazing grace has rescued me. You paid the price, you set me free. I will sing your praises forever, my Savior and King. corazón. Lord, I give you my whole heart, mi corazón. I will give you glory, tell the wondrous story how you rescued me. I'm the guilty one, but you sacrificed your son, your one and only. Now I stand before you, blameless and holy. My soul sings, my spirit shouts, with every breath I'm crying out, I want to live for you alone. You have captured my heart, my soul sings, my spirit shouts, with every breath I'm crying out, I want to live for you alone. You have captured my heart, mi corazón. Lord, I give you my whole heart, mi corazón.
I was very little when my father and my mom separated, and this bring a lot of suffering. We moved with my dad, and that period we start living with my stepmother. I faced so many things, verbally abuse. Every time I could receive negative words about my life, I will never change, I will never become someone responsible in future. We didn't have food, although my father had a very nice job. We also had the pressure of the father, especially with the mentality, education is everything. So we have to bring a good result. But mentally, we were not okay. This bring inside of me loneliness and also a low self-esteem. I had doubt of myself. Outside of the house, I have that mask that I'm a popular teenager because of the reputation of the family as well. So this mask, it is always make me to be having two different face. When I'm at home, I'm that sad young teenager, but when I am outside, I'm that popular teenager. I was sending to the boarding school because we start having argument in the house with the stepmother. So my father decided to send me away. That time I was 19. I discovered so many things that young people can do. I was introduced to alcohol. This addiction make me to be every time outside. Every time I could go outside to drink with people, with friends. So many relationships that I was involved in, humanizing around. And I thought all these things that I'm doing, it could fill my emptiness, but it was bringing a lot of pain, a lot of suffering inside. I gave up in my studies because the addiction had a really impact in my life. So the performance at the school going down because I was always out, no time to revise my notes. I feel that the deep sadness I have, that emptiness inside of me. And this is leading me to start having depression. I didn't even notice that it was depression, but a deep sadness was there. I started battling with suicidal thoughts because every time I'm in my room, I have that voice in my mind. You never change. This is your life. This is how it's supposed to be. And the thought starts telling me, maybe if you can just end up your life to finish this suffering. So battling with the thoughts, it was so severe that I was disconnected with the world. I didn't want to have anyone around.
I remember speaking to Joseph and seeing how depressed he was. I noticed that his life was just going down, and I would try to pass life to him, but I could see he was struggling. There was always a sense of insecurity. There was always a sense of uncertainty. I saw that he worried so much about his future. And so the only thing I could do is really depend on God. I put him in the prayers. And so with time, with a lot of prayers, with a lot of purposes, campaign, from talking to him, I started to see that he started to become a bit more open, that God can change his life. One day he just said to me, "Are you coming to church?" I said, "Yes, I am." And he said, "I'm coming with you." And so that day when he decided to come to church, he never looked back.
When it comes to Universal Church, I understood that I need to build my relationship with God in order for my life to be transformed. So by coming to church, I put everything into practice that I received. The little change that I saw inside of me, especially the addiction, I start having that desire for me to know more about God. And it pushes me to really, really being committed in everything that I was doing in the church. I decided to go into water, the baptism of water. I remember the Bible verse that really helped me in that period because I saw the change happening. But for me to receive the Holy Spirit, I think it is not for me. So I was battling with the doubt. So the Bible verse was saying in the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 4, it says, "Therefore, whoever humbles himself as this little child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven." And this Bible verse was really, really speaking to me that period. So I need to humble myself. During that period, and the campaign was introduced, I built my sacrifice. My financial sacrifice. I also prepare myself spiritually, that I did my spiritual sacrifice, prayers. I went into the altar to place my financial sacrifice. I started talking to God sincerely. God, I'm like this, I'm like that. I need your spirit, because without your spirit, I know that I'm gonna go back in that same life. For me to receive as well the Holy Spirit, I have to forgive, especially the people that they abused me. So I have to let go all those things inside of me. In my prayer, I just say, God, I give my all to you. My all life belongs to you. Through my perseverance and my commitment, I received the Holy Spirit. Such a peace was inside. I had that tranquility, and the voice, not audible voice, but it was inside telling me, "You're right, I'm here." I started having goals, the goals of my life, our purpose of life. And the next step was my love life. I wanted to have a woman of God, someone who has the same spirit as me. God used my sister to introduce me to Chrisanne, who is my wife today.
At the time when I knew him, he wasn't in the church, so I wasn't even considering him to be my potential partner or even my husband, because I wanted a man of God. I just saw him as the brother of my good friend, and that was it. His sister she always used to feed back on how he's doing, and then I heard that he received the Holy Spirit. There was a point I considered maybe this could be the one, but then I kept at the back of my mind because he was in another country now, and I was in the UK. And I was thinking, now how can that work? But then I had to learn to trust God. And in learning to trust God, we started to talk. We used to speak every day, and then our relationship started to develop. And I started to like him more and more because of how he was and how patient he was and how gentle he was and how open he was. It really made me feel secure. I realized I actually could see myself forever with this person.
Today, my life is really transformed. I'm no longer addicted as I used to be before. I'm free from depression. I'm free from suicidal thoughts, and I'm free from seeing shadows. I'm really happy married, and we are happy together.
We've been married now for 10 months and we're building our lives together. Our financial life's blessed. We're both serving God. My husband's an assistant, so he's helping other people who were suffering with the same thing that he was suffering with, depression, to transform their lives, to know that there's hope, that whatever they're going through, that it's not their reality, they can overcome it when they take God seriously.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Well, Joseph's real story is inspiring, and when we listen people being able to share with us what they went through, it really shows us, Andrea, that if there was any fear, these people were able to overcome the fear within them.
That's the truth. And everything that the person went through became a life story, a true life story with experiences that today are even helping us and helping our listeners. Because everything that we go through, if we use it on our favor, if we become stronger, we can help others with our story. So today, if you are there, you have been listening to us and you have been listening to the common reasons why people avoid marriage. Maybe you identified yourself with one of the reasons that we explained here, but we do have a few that if you include yourself on these ones, it's also possible to overcome. For example, the fear of divorce because of past experiences or family history, or maybe financial concerns nowadays. We even mentioned this, that people avoid the costs that the wedding brings. And people sometimes they don't want to give in their or to give out of their personal freedom because they are so used to be single and to do whatever they want that they feel trapped in a relationship. Or maybe it's because the change of values, because the commitment brings we don't call it contract, but it brings responsibilities. And like we said, when we mentioned personal freedom, the person doesn't want to experience this married life, that we are always with someone and we need to share who we are and what we do. People sometimes they don't want this, or maybe cultural shifts, because when you get married with someone, we have our own cultural luggage and the person brings their own. So we think it's people sometimes take it more as a threat than bringing something good or adding or topping up what they already know and the values that they already have.
So I would like to talk to you who, for some reason, you have been overwhelmed with this fear. I would like to talk to you while listening to me at this very moment, and you say this fear is taking control of my life. This fear is freezing me. This fear is not allowing me to take a step to start a relationship, a step to affirm this relationship that I'm in, a step to, to build the future. I have the right person. I know that I have the person next to me, but this fear for some reason is overwhelming you. Well, we at the UCKG Help Center, we have been trying and helping as Joseph was helped. We have been giving them direction and instructions of what they can do in order to overcome, including this fear that is trying to overwhelm them, that is trying to push them back and not allowing them to progress. you can join us in this next seminar that we are going to have. And by the way, I would like to share with you a few moments of what happened in one of our love therapies. Pay attention, and we are coming back.
To build a house, repair furniture, fix something broken, sort out a car, or even do something as simple as baking a cake, we need the right tools. Without them, even the best intentions or effort cannot guarantee a good result. In the same way, in our lives, we need tools to deal with difficult situations, correct old patterns, and transform our relationships. Imagine a person who, without realizing it, always reacts with distrust, avoids difficult conversations, or chooses partners who do not value them. Distrust often stems from past experiences, from childhood or previous relationships which have left deep marks of fear. Avoiding difficult conversations causes resentment to build up. Over time, silence turns into distance, and distance into doubt. Choosing partners who do not value them is not a matter of bad luck. Often it is a root of low self-esteem cultivated over the years, which continues to guide their choices today. We all carry marks. Some are light, others deep, but all shape the way we feel, react, and love. There are roots that grow silently within us, habits, feelings, or behaviors, which even when hidden, have the power to affect relationships, decisions, and our future. But then, which tools should we use? And where can we find them? Love therapy is a meeting designed to help married and single people better understand themselves and resolve issues in their love lives. During the Cutting Out Bad Roots series, last Thursday we had the opportunity to learn how to use the right tools to begin cutting the roots that prevent the growth of good fruits.
The axe is the tool that we use to cut a root of a tree. When it comes to the bad root, emotionally speaking, or on our behavior, or on our character, or any wrong or bad root that is in us, we have to use a sort of an axe as well. What is this axe? It's something that opposes that behavior.
Cutting a root is not simple. It requires courage, determination, and maturity. Those who attend the love therapy have found the strength to do this.
Here I'm learning about the intelligent faith inside the love, which I never heard about since I came here. And it's helping me a lot to improve my mind and my thoughts about the love and everything.
Humility is the axe that cuts out the root of pride. Now, forgiveness is the axe that cuts out the root of grudges. Self-control is the axe that cuts out anger, excess, and vices. Faithfulness to God and doing good to our neighbor are the axe that cuts out selfishness and defeats the spirit of betrayal. Courage and sincerity, the axe that cuts out the hypocrisy and fear. A covenant with God is the axe that cuts out all evil forces and curses. So what is the axe you need to use right now to go against the root of your problem? Take it in hands and let's go to work. Let's get busy. Let's do our part, and God will help us as well.
Through the spiritual tools taught this week, those in attendance were able to witness their impact in their lives.
In my relationship with my dad, it wasn't good at all, but coming to the love therapy definitely helped me to work on the inner parts of myself and also just see him as another soul rather than shifting that blame onto him for everything, and it has helped me to take responsibility. It's helped me to delve deep into myself and into the person that I am, and maybe even see the habits that sometimes I overlook, but being able to find these habits and discover them has helped me to find a way to work towards overcoming them.
We always think that the things that we need to overcome are so big. Not necessarily, because we make it so big in our heads by overthinking it, by going over it over and over again. And this ends up just becoming a big mountain to us. And in reality, some of the times when we take that firm decision to say, okay, no, I'm going to cut off this bad route, genuinely, we look back and it's just like, that was very easy to do. I think it's genuinely going against fear, actually just looking at it as there's no other antidote than just doing it. And that is the only way to overcome fear specifically.
If you also wish to begin this process in your life, to strengthen your relationship and to cut the bad roots from your life, join us this Thursday at 8 p.m. at The Love Therapy at 232 Seven Sisters Road, Finsbury Park, London, N4 3NX. The Love Therapy, because true love begins from within.
And that's it. You sometimes using different tools and using what we call faith, you will be able to overcome whatever tries to defeat you. And this is what we believe. This is what we have been living for a few years. In my case, for 31 years. Andrea, the Love Therapy will happen this Thursday at 8 p.m.
Rainbow Theatre, Finsbury Park. It's our headquarters here, 232 Seven Sisters Road, London, N4 3NX. We have other locations. So, and also, if you want to visit us, we have people that are ready to counsel you, to talk to you, to have a one-to-one with you, totally for free. And if you want to get in touch with us by phone, we do have a 24/7 helpline, 020 7686 6000. You are more than welcome to give us a call. We have always someone ready to talk to you.
The Love Talk Show, it's at the end. Tomorrow we are coming back 10 p.m. May God bless you.
Bye-bye.
That's a wrap on today's Love Talk Show, where every conversation brings you closer to intelligent love. We'll be back soon with more love, more truth, and more talk. Until next time, keep practicing intelligent love.